everybody, how you doing? It's Junkyard here. We are out here fishing the Arizona canals. Once again, we are carp fishing. We got 4 lines set up today. Gabe and I are fishing with corn. We are fishing with some tiger nuts. We are going to see what we can do. Let's get started.
If you're looking for cool videos, then you're at the right place. From PC to the console, and leave a smile on your face. Junkyard, Junkyard. Get ready to watch a video from Junkyard.
All right, everybody, Gabe's over here fishing. He's got his line quite a bit away set up from where we're camped out here. But he's already had 2 connections this morning. And he's got another one going on right here. Beautiful looking colors. Want to grab it here? Or you want to get it, swim it down a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him wear out a little bit. Makes taking the hook out a little bit easier.
All right.
Guys.
So once again, Gabe connected. It looks like a common carp from what we can tell. Yeah, it's a common carp. The colors are beautiful oranges. And we'll scoop it up over here.
Yeah, no, look, that is a beautiful, beautiful carp.
Colors there are beautiful, guys.
Yeah.
Nice bright orange. And the camera, unfortunately, doesn't do it justice as far as the colors go.
Look at that hook set. Not even in its mouth now.
Just on the side of his lip there. Again, he uses a hair rig system. Did it go all the way through? Went all the way through?
Yep.
Let me get a picture of this. We'll get him back in the water. All right, guys. So here's the carp once again. We're gonna get him back in the water. Now again, this is a good 4-foot drop. So Gabe tends to like to jump on the step there to get it in. For me, I'd throw it in the net and he's done. Good job, Gabe.
Thanks.
So once again, guys, we are out here at one of the many canals here in Arizona doing a little bit of carp fishing. We are set up again with a hair rig system with corn, and I also have tiger nuts set up on mine. Let's see what we can do today. Yeah, what I'm using are these tiger nuts, and I'm not sponsored by them in any way. I actually purchased these. They have quite a few different flavors, and they're rock and rolling. This is a Tutti Frutti tiger nuts. I have some camel worms, I believe it's called. I'm gonna use those, try to use those next time. You get a lot. I mean, it was $7. You get quite a few nuts in here. I mean, this is 100 nuts. And I've gone fishing quite a few times, and they last, guys. It's a cool product. All right, well, Gabe connected again. So coming to the conclusion, I'm using a different hair rig system, and I have like a camouflage green braid, about a 12-pound test braid. Gabe uses a white test braid. So I'm gonna switch over my hooks, my leaders, and to the white. He's gonna go ahead and put some of those together for us and find out if the carp are that much more finicky in colors and styles and designs, so we can pull another carp in. God, that's a beautiful piece. Carp are just, I think they're just beautiful fish. I think they got great colors. I think they're just beautiful. All right, let's go for the release. Gabe's climbing back down in the canals here and letting her go. she goes. Good job, Gabe.
Thank you. I rev for like half a second as you're going again, and they never catch up.
Well, guys, we got another one. Gabe was on the phone, so I ran and grabbed his pole. Let's get it out of the net. Beautiful carp, guys. Little guy. Say he's about 8 pounds. Got some definitely girth. Look at how fat that little guy is. Once again, beautiful colors though. It's hard to see with the way this. I got the camera set up, but beautiful colors. Let's get them back in the water.
So this is the hair rig knot. You just got a regular hook and about a foot of braid. So the first thing you do is you're gonna wanna make that loop for where you're gonna put your bait. What I do is I fold an inch and then I twist. See, I have that inch twist. That makes it one single line. Now that I have this, I'm gonna tie a regular single overhand knot. Bam. That twist just makes it a little bit easier. Make it about maybe 3-4 millimeters, just enough to get hidden under a piece of corn. There we go. So now the other side that we haven't touched yet, we're gonna stick through the back of the hook. Pull that all the way through and leave about, I like about an inch, right about there. So here's my hook, about 1.5 times as far away. This is the tag. All right, so now the hook, it's bent and pinched on this side. So it comes up and around right here. So I'm gonna go around the back first, the opposite way of that pinch. I'm gonna just wrap it. I like wrapping about halfway up the rod, or the halfway up the hook. Go all the way. So we're there. Now, wet it a little bit. Stick the end back through the back of the hook now. Pull it tight. So there's that part of the hair rig. I'm gonna burn this tag end off. Now, don't try to cut it or else you'll undo your loop. Now on this side, same thing. All I'm gonna do, about 1.5 inches this time, because I want this loop to be bigger. Twist it, overhand knot, bam. And now, with this end, once it's open, you'll stick this through whatever swivel you have and then pull this back around and pull it tight. Bam, hair rig.
Very cool. Again, I am fishless. Frickin' Gabe has gotten another one. So I'm switching over my leaders. I have yet to have a chance. I pulled mine out. Gabe tied a couple for me, as you guys just saw. And while it was in the process of switching it out, Gabe caught another fish. Nice, big, chunky, fat guy. Beautiful colors once again. Get the sun glistening onto them so you guys can see it. Beautiful. All right, let's get them back in the water.
Well, quick release.
And he's gone. He wanted it back in the water bag, guys. So once again, using sweet corn, tiger nuts on a hair rig system. Let's keep going. this is 100% the Gabe show. He's got himself another one here. I know. I actually had that spot where Gabe is because I figured we'd go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And the last 3 fish have been caught on that exact same spot where I was hooked up before. It's all right. I'm gonna catch one eventually. It's a small one, but he's fat. All right. Once again, we're fishing Arizona canals. It's just a little guy compared to the last one we got.
He's fighting. Oh, I think he's
Did you
sitting under his gill.
Did you side hook him?
Yeah. That's why he's fighting so hard.
Oh, he almost got away. Whoa, whoa, it's about to come out of the holder there. Alright, so you got the hook out. A little bit of a cut, but he'll be fine. They say when the fish hit the water, the blood coagulates pretty quickly right after that. So, once again, look at the colors of that thing. Beautiful golden color. And again, I watch this on my videos, you guys, and the colors just don't do it justice, what you see, how you see them, so. Hey guys, we got another one here. Sorry, I haven't been ignoring you, but now look at this. This has a weird little growth right here. It's like a mutant fin or something on it, because that's not where a fin's supposed to be. So I don't know if any of you know what that little mutant fin is. Let me know. But here's another carp, guys. Another common carp in the Arizona canals. Let's get him in the water. Another one. Another one while we're just sitting here. Thank goodness I didn't have to run away far on this one. Hey guys, another carp. Another beautiful one here. Beautiful colors. Look at that. It's a good, I'd say, gosh, I'm gonna go about 12 pounds on meat on that thing. Beautiful carp. We are fishing with tiger nuts. We are going to and see what we can do. Let's get started. Now you may have noticed that we actually do keep our poles spread out quite a ways. They're a good 50 yards apart from each other, and it tends to be a little bit of a pain, but at the same time, Gabe has continually done his research fishing these carp in the canals, and his knowledge base has given us the opportunity to learn exactly that keeping them spread apart helps prevent the startling of the carp. If you've seen any videos on the internet here on YouTube, you'll actually see when fish get hooked, unfortunately, they get startled. They're trying to fight, and when carp, they tend to bunch together, and when you hook one, it startles it, obviously, and it scares all the other ones away. So having them 50 yards plus apart, it startles them from one hook, and they all swim down the canal, getting away from the startled carp, and thus gives the other ones a new area to start fishing or start looking for bait, looking for food. And we actually, at this point, we literally had the poles go down where I was able to catch this fish, bring this one over and introduce it to you guys. And then, well, you'll see at this point I was excited that I finally am on the fish, because, well, it was the Gabe show to begin with here today. And once we got this fish, it literally got to the point where we looked up, and you're going to see that we actually had another fish all the way at the other end of the canal hooked up. So I had to jolt way down to the other end to grab that fish. But gosh, I gotta tell you, it's so much fun, guys. Nice carp, everybody. Again, common carps here in Arizona canals. This one's a good, I don't know, about 8 pounds. Beautiful colors. Let me get a picture. So what's the story with these common carp? Well, common carp, they're actually native to Europe and Asia and have been introduced to every part of the world except the poles. They are the third most frequently introduced species worldwide, and their history as a farm fish dates back to Roman times. Carp are used as food in many areas, but are also regarded as pests in several regions due to their ability to outcompete native fish stocks. Both the European and the Asian subspecies of the common carp have been domesticated in Europe. Domestication of the carp as a food fish was spread by monks between the 13th and the 16th century. The wild forms of the carp have already reached the delta of the Rhine in the 16th century, probably with some human help. Now, different forms of the carp have included the mirror carp, which is large mirror-like scales. You've actually seen me catch those on other videos. They're fun fighting fish, and they got some really oomph to them when you catch them. It's really cool. The leather carp, the fully scaled koi carp. Now, the koi carp is a domesticated ornamental carp. Sometimes you actually see some of those in the canals, but those are carp that were actually originated from Japan for ornamental use. So the common carp as a food source is pretty much a traditional part of Christmas Eve dinner in Central Europe. In Hungary, it's a fisherman's soup, a specially prepared fish soup of carp alone or mixed with other freshwater fish is part of a traditional meal for Christmas Eve. In Hungary along, the stuffed cabbage and poppy seed roll and walnut roll. Wow, actually that sounds pretty good. In Western Europe, the carp is cultivated more commonly as a sport fish. Although there are a small market for them as food fish, the carps are mixed with common fish to make gefilte fish, a popular Jewish cuisine. I actually really like gefilte fish. I grew up as a kid eating gefilte fish. My mom used to have it on a regular basis at our traditional Jewish meals when we celebrated Rosh Hashanah and all of our Jewish holidays. In the U.S., the carp is mostly ignored as a food fish. Almost all U.S. shoppers bypass carp due to the great need to fillet the fish as opposed to cooking it whole. Carp have smaller intermuscular bones called Y bones, which makes them whole fish species for cooking. One of these days, guys, I'm going to keep one of these carps. I'm going to go ahead and smoke it for us and give it a try. Now, it's going to be a lot of fun. So once again, another beautiful golden carp here, common carp here at the Arizona canals. Hair rig system, corn, tiger nuts. It's a blast, guys.
Oh, I got one now.
One right after the other, baby. Just hooked into a channel catfish. Good size one too. Beautiful colors. His other rod went off as well, but that looks like it's a misfire.
Look at that hook.
Hooks it right to the mouth, side of the mouth. All right. I like it. Look at the spots on that thing. Nice spots for a channel. Good colors. A little bit of rub in there. All right, let's get a picture of that one. Hey guys, it's been a spectacular day fishing the Arizona canals. We have been more than successful. I mean, gosh, I don't even know. How many fish did we catch? I don't know. We lost count. Let's say 12, 13, 14, I don't know. 10 to 15 fish we caught. So we got a ton of them, guys, and all really good size, good weight. Again, we're using a hair rig system with corn and the tiger nuts. An excellent combination. We have our automatic set up as far as the automatic system set up for the fish set. And again, some people may be down on that, but at the same time, I got to say it works really good because you got to remember, carp have such soft lips that, and they know where they are able to suck it up and they spit it out real fast. And with this, they suck it up and it all works out perfectly. So, end result, it's a good combination to catch the carp. Hey, once again, appreciate you guys sticking around and watching the video. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and anything else. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Junkyard. Needless to say, keep fishing.